Okay guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Magandang topic ito. Pag-uusapan natin pag-e-extend ng inyong visitor status. Whether visitor record ka, tapos nag-extend ka, or kakapasok mo lang, talagang naka-tourist visa ka. Ilang beses ka ba pwedeng mag-extend? Kapag ikaw ba ay extend ng extend, red flag ba yan? Sa immigration officer the next time you come in, pwede bang ma-cancel ang iyong visitor visa? Basically, yung dapat nating pagkaingatan pag tayo ay merong visitor visa dito sa Canada. Ang ating kakausapin, ang ating suki, si Lou Dangzalani, immigration lawyer. Okay. Actually, guys, ganito nangyari, no? Kaya ako to naisip. Si Tita Agnes natin, Tita Agnes Castillo, di ba? Meron din siyang Facebook page. Hi, Tita Agnes. Actually, I PM'd her about this. Meron siyang pinost na isang reel. Meron siya parang email sender or PM sender na may concern. Naka-visitor visa daw yung asawa dumating dito sa Canada. Twice nag-extend. Ang ending 2 years in total siya dito. Lumabas ng Canada, bumalik. Pagbalik dito, naku po, he was refused entry. Ang nasabi lang dun sa video ni Tita Agnes is, ang sinabi lang, inadmissible. It's unclear to us, no? Kung ano ang specific reasons. Of course, marami din tayong hindi alam dun sa mismong sitwasyon nung email sender ni Tita Agnes. But I wanted to discuss with Lou, posible ba mangyari yon? Red flag ba yon? Kung ikaw ay matagal sa Canada, in that case, for example, 2 years? And what other issues ba? Paano ba tamang gamitin ang isang visitor visa? Up to when can you extend your stay na hindi manganganib na i-cancel ang iyong visitor visa or yung status? Yan. O ano?
Well, ano bang sagot dyan? Well, walang diretsong sagot eh. Nakakainis na napapakita yung yoga mat ko sa likod. Ano ba yun? Walang classic lawyer answer na walang straightforward na answer. Unfortunately, it's not a yes or a no, black or white. In that particular case, ang pwede lang natin gawin is mag-speculate kasi nga napanood nga natin excerpts of the video and I am parang lalo akong nauuhaw for facts. Parang ano nangyari? Kasi ganito kasi, let's just talk about like baseline principles para siguro mas madaling intindihin. Parang rules of the game or framing, di ba? So, una sa lahat, kaya nga siya tinawag na temporary resident visa is because temporary ang pasok mo sa Canada. Pangalawa, visitor visa siya, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, bibisita ka lang. Talaga nagpapakita talaga yung yoga mat ka sa likod.
Ito kayo, sige.
So, ibig sabihin, bibisita ka lang talaga and temporary. And gaano ba katagal usually yung visit? Well, wala namang nakalagay na guideline. Pero normally kasi kapag pumasok ka, bibigay sa'yo 6 months kung hindi ka tatatakan. Ano na yun? Automatic 6 months yun. Or pwedeng gawin ng CBSA officer is tatakan niya, tapos sabihin niya, okay, 90 days you're allowed. Okay, that's fine. Siste, sino ba tong nag-a-apply o nagre-request na makapasok ulit? What I'm trying to say is, ano yung circumstances niya? Kasi in situations na halimbawa retired na yung, halimbawa ako yung pumapasok ng Canada, tapos retired na ako, wala na naman akong ganap sa Pilipinas, for example, tapos yung pamilya ko nasa Canada, pero paganon-ganon na lang ako. Pero as long as I'm respecting my temporary resident stay in Canada, meaning lagi akong in status, hindi ako nagtatrabaho kasi nga retired na ako, may pension ako, okay lang yon. Pero kung halimbawa working age ka, tapos hindi ka naman kumikita sa 10 apartment na pinapa-arkila sa Clark, halimbawa. Diba kasi halimbawa ganun ka, diba? Investor ka, meron kang apartments, marami, dun ka kumikita sa rent, hindi mo na kailangan magtrabaho. So, ibig sabihin, kahit na working age ka, tapos pumasok ka ng Canada in that particular circumstance, how do you support yourself? Parang nasa Canada ka and, hindi ka na nagtatrabaho. Actually, I make money through rent. I own 10 apartments back home. Diba? So, kasi, isipin mo yan from the perspective of the officer, ang iisipin nila, nagtatrabaho ka sa Canada. How are you supporting yourself?
Yeah.
Pwede mo ring sabihin na, well, wala akong binabayaran na rent kasi nga nakatira ako sa asawa ko, sila ang gumagastos. Anong sasabihin ng officer sa utak niya? "Weh!"
Oo.
Gano'n. 'Di ba, parang sabi ni Sen Edu, "Huh?" 'Di
Oo.
ba, gano'n. So, parang parang, "Sige nga, 'di nga." Talaga parang
O
gano'n, parang hindi ka panipaniwala kasi tandaan ninyo kayo yung may ano, may responsibility to prove what you're trying to claim. So, kung
okey.
kaya niyo suportahan yung sarili niyo with self-employment, halimbawa, kung meron kang online business, pakita niyo. Pero dapat hindi ka nagtatrabaho sa Canada.
Okay. So, there is no, like, rule of thumb or like hard rule rather na ang extension hanggang ano lang 'yan, 2 o 3. Walang
There's
gano'n?
no there's no hard rule, pero rule of thumb for people of working age, pagka magkasunod talaga, magtataka na talaga yung officer, "Oh, teka, andito ka, kita ko sa records dito. Andito ka lang last year, you stayed for 6 months, ta's andito ka na naman after 2 months." Talagang magdududa na at dun ka na ike-question, dadalhin ka na for secondary examination, ta's they will try to keep poking holes dun sa story mo. Kapagka nakita nila hindi ka kapani-paniwala, ayun na, hindi ka na papapasukin, refused entry ka na.
Okay. Eto madalas gawin 'no,
Mhm,
kasi nga usually 6 months ang stay na pupuwede. Hindi
correct.
mag-e-extend pero lalabas o pupunta na lang muna ng Amerika, uuwi ng
Hmm,
Pilipinas ng 1 linggo,
mhm,
and then
mhm.
babalik na naman to restart yung 6-month period. Yung ganyang, kunyari ulit-ulitin mo na gano'n hanggang nakatatlong taong ka na, na pabalik-balik, is that okay too?
Depende, kung retired ka na nga, halimbawa dun sa
Ayun, gano'n pa din,
situation
okey.
na ganun pa rin siya kasi puwede mo pa ring ipakita yun sa officer ta's papakita mo yung rental property. Halimbawa, meron kang website, 'di ba, na pinapa-Airbnb mo. Yun yung business mo, yun yung kabuhayan mo. So ikaw,
Yeah.
paganon-ganon ka na lang. As long as you're respecting the temporary resident rule in Canada, you should be okay. Pero keep in mind, the more you have interactions with border service officers sa CBSA, the more chances of winning. In other words, the
Oo.
more chances of like getting an officer na talagang bubutasin ka kahit na maayos yung story mo, 'di ba? So, in
Mhm.
those circumstances, parang mas maganda mag-apply na lang extension sa loob ng Canada kung
Right.
talagang intention mo naman talaga is to just like remain temporarily in Canada. Ba't ka pa uwi ng Pilipinas? Pwede ka mag-apply ng extension. As long as you can prove your bona fides or yung genuineness mo, yung intention mo na klarong-klaro talaga at believable dapat siya.
Okay. Is it, the same for visitor record, holders naman? Eto
Yeah.
na, yung mga galing work permit.
Mhm.
Okay, hindi na na-extend, naka-visitor record. Palagay mo considering the current climate ha,
Hmm.
'pag ikaw ay nag-extend ng visitor record, mas vine-verify ba? Is there extra scrutiny on your file because they know na parang baka you're just buying time, naghahanap ka siguro ng work dito, yung gano'n?
They can, and it's not illegal to look for work in Canada while you're a visitor, first and foremost. Pero siyempre, kailangan ma-convince mo pa rin yung officer na at the end of your stay, you will leave. So if you're applying for an extension to stay in Canada as a temporary resident, as a visitor this time, they really shouldn't be taking it against you, pero nasa sa'yo pa rin yung responsibility to convince that officer na aalis ka nga. So halimbawa, papasukin na yung work permit ko, tapos magvi-visitor record ako. Dahil nga gusto kong magstay sa Canada ng 1 o 2 buwan just to wrap things up. Tapos in the end, magli-leave ka rin lang from your work para maka-continue ka, para mag-continue yung processing ng LMIA. Tapos kapag ka-ready na, pwede ka na mag-apply ng work permit. But be aware, in that circumstance, hindi ka na pwede mag-apply ng work permit from inside Canada. Kasi kung
Oo.
visitor record ka na, there's no way to convert anymore. You have to leave. So actually
Mm.
strengthens your case if you make your case well argued and well put, and you can prove your bona fides again. In other words, how are you gonna support yourself in Canada, Aber? Are you gonna work? 'Di ba? Kasi yung automatic na isipin ng BSO or ng IRCC officer is magtatrabaho 'to eh,
Mhm.
without authorization. So, para siyang reverse onus almost na, hindi ano, ganito yan, officer, like meron akong enough pera, ito yung pera ko, o tignan niyo sa bank account ko. Dami naman yan eh. Kaya kong suportahan ko yung sarili ko ng 3 buwan without working. And then after that, sibat na ako. Ganun.
Oo.
So, 'pag naniwala yung officer, great. Pagka hindi, ayun, may problema ka.
Oo. Wait, let's clarify Lu ha, yung sinasabi mo na while on visitor status, you
Mhm,
can try to look for a job. I-clarify
correct.
mo, oo, ano hanggang
Mhm,
hanap ka lang, pero kapag Nakahanap kaya? Can you explain to us yung situation?
Yes. Marami and thanks for pointing that out. Ang dami ko na kasing na-encounter, unfortunately, na naghahanap tapos their employer will pressure them or sometimes even worse, yung representative, yung agent, they will pressure you to start working even when your work permit hasn't been approved yet. Hanggat hindi lumalabas yung bagong work permit, hindi ka pwedeng magtrabaho because you're on a visitor status. Isa pa dito, Ina, na lagi kong nakikita, halimbawa, naka-work permit ako, di ba? Tapos alam ko, wala na akong LMIA, pero gusto ko magstay in Canada. So mag-a-apply ako ng visitor record. Let's say namang ang work permit ko is expiring March 31. So ang tanong ko dito, sa April 1st, so sabihin natin March 31 nga expiry ng work permit, pero na-i-file ko na ngayon, March 26, 27, yung visitor record, yung extension, di ba? Yung conversion to visitor record. Ang tanong dito, while my visitor record is processing, naka-implied status or maintained status ako, can I work? The answer is no. Kasi you're converting from a work permit to a visitor record. Ang dami na-technical dito. Kala nila dahil nag-apply sila ng visitor record, pwede na silang mag-continue pa rin mag-work kasi maintained status ka. Kasi totoo naman, merong mga guidelines online, ang IRCC, na sinasabi kapag ka-maintained status ka, you can continue to work. But that is only if you apply for a work permit.
Right.
Diba?
Okay.
But you're applying for a visitor record, so it doesn't
Right.
apply.
Okay, wait, just to be clear also. Okay, if you are a visitor, you looked for a job while on visitor status, nakahanap ka ng trabaho ng employer na tatanggap sa'yo, can you apply for a work permit from inside as a visitor? No, right?
Not
Okay, can you
anymore.
clarify that? Oh, guys, hindi ganon.
There was a time na nagkaroon ng temporary public policy that allowed visitors to convert to a work permit. In fact, ang daming gumamit neto during the pandemic. Wala na po yun. Tapos na yun. At ang totoo po niyan, according to the regulations, hindi kayo pwede mag-apply ng work permit while you're in Canada on a visitor status, whether you're holding a visitor record or whether pumasok kayo on a temporary resident visa or an ETA, hindi kayo po pwedeng mag-apply from inside. Clarify pa natin siya further. Yung hindi pwedeng mag-apply is hindi kayo pwedeng mag-convert from visitor to worker na hindi kayo lalabas ng Canada. Kasi yung isang strategy na pwede dito is pwedeng i-file ninyo from outside Canada. Diba?
But you're technically inside, ganun ba?
Yeah. Yun nga eh. So, dati, it used to work that officers, kahit na nasa Canada, halimbawa, pumasok as visitor in Canada. So, nakahanap kang trabaho. Tapos, final ko yung work permit while you're still in Canada, pero niruta ko sa Manila. Dati kasi, pwede mo kasing gawin yun. Dati, nakakalusot yun. Dati. Pero ngayon, alam namin na itong mga visa offices, mas strict na sila. Hindi nila pinalulusot yan at sasabihin, nasa Canada ka. Mag-apply ka from your home country pag umuwi ka na. Ganon.
Okay. So in short, no, pwede kayo maghanap, pero lalabas at lalabas ka rin pag ikaw ay nakahanap ng employer dahil kailangan mo yan i-process from outside. Okay.
Correct.
Before we started recording, Lou, I remember meron kang binanggit. Medyo extreme, ano? Sabi mo, nanirahan sa Canada practically for a long time
10 years.
using a visitor record. Pwede ba yun? Buti hindi napansin. Ano nangyari?
Hindi sa hindi napansin kasi every year nag-a-apply siya ng visitor record. So, hindi pwedeng hindi napansin. Actually, pumunta sila sa akin nung 9th year na kasi nung 9th extension na-refuse na sila. Tapos, nag-restoration kami, gumana. So, naka 10 years. But, yung circumstances kasi ng person na to, retired na. Diba? Retired na, grandmother na, wala nang pamilya sa Pilipinas. You know, yung bona fides niya ando na hindi siya nagtatrabaho kasi nga retired na nga at self-supporting siya, may pera siya. Pinakita niya at all times yung kanyang savings and yung kanyang pension. So, from that perspective, hindi siya yung iisipin ng officer, magtatrabaho ka lang. Good luck with a walker sa paano ka magtatrabaho, di ba? I mean, I guess there's still some things that you can do, but that's gonna be tough, di ba?
Right. Parang naging siya, no? Naging supervision na rin ang gamit dun sa visitor record. Parang ganun.
The truth is, this
Oh,
person did it before the super visa existed.
I see. Okay.
Yun.
Hindi ba ano yun, kunyari sa renew every year, buti iniisip ni immigration officer na pinasisikutan mo yung yeah, it's a loophole, parang hindi ba? Kasi you
Hindi
are
siya
living
loophole.
here, because
No,
you're
hindi siya
living
loophole.
here, parang gano'n, hindi?
Yeah, but it's not a loophole.
Okay.
It's what the law allows.
I see, okay.
'Di ba?
Kasi parang,
The law
are you
allows it.
still are you still visiting if it's for so many years? Parang gano'n, 'di
Yeah,
ba?
but
That's
for sure. I mean, you're not a permanent resident. You're still a visitor by classification. Are you in Canada as a temporary resident? So long as you can prove your bona fides, you're fine. Pero yun
I
nga, kaya nga nung ninth na, nagduda na yung officer, ni-refuse. Tapos, binalikan namin, nilagyan namin ng mas malakas sa submission, in-explain namin yung circumstances. Umuo naman yung bagong officer. So,
wow,
there's no problem with it, in truth.
right.
Depende talaga sa circumstances mo yan.
Oo, siguro nga kung working age, magkakaroon talaga ng dahilan si immigration officer na, "Ano, 9 years ka na dito, grabe ka talagang ano, hindi ka nagwo-work." Tsaka mas, magdi-dig deeper into how you
Mhm.
are, sustaining your needs in,
Correct.
Canada. Yeah.
May term
Okay.
yung immigration dyan eh, young, mobile, and single or ready to mingle. Ganon.
Oo.
Diba? Yun
Sayang
yung mga,
ano oh, sorry Lou.
no, no, no,
Ano?
no. Sayang alin.
Sayang yung kay Tita Agnes, eh, puwede sana natin tulungan, eh. Pero yun na nga 'no, I'm so curious kung ano yung naging basehan kung bakit biglang, ni-refuse after 2 years of being here. Parang wala naman siyang violate nung noon kasi nga nag-extend naman na nag-extend 'no?
Well,
But yeah, ang dami nating
these
tanong.
decisions don't come from the void, unlike itong ano ko, yoga mat ko na nagpapakita siya from the void. Yung to, may political context to. Ano ba yung context natin ngayon, 'di ba? Mainit ang immigration. So, some people, unfortunately, might feel emboldened and they might be wearing the stick as a CBSA officer na examine. And to be fair, trabaho naman talaga nila yun. And kung
Oo,
talagang nasilip itong person na to na, o nga, paano mo nga sinusuportahan sarili mo? Tapos syempre, di natin alam yung circumstances dito, di ba? Paano kung, I don't know this person, I'm just speculating, baka naman sobrang well-spoken siya. Pero may mga moments na kapag kinorner ka ng immigration, di ba nauutal ka rin, di ba?
oo.
Nakaka-nervyos din yun na kapag dumadaan ka ng immigration tapos ke-questionin ka ng ganyan.
Oo naman.
So, baka nag-panic, hindi natin alam eh, 'di ba?
Mhm. Eto pala nakalimutan ko before we end 'to, nakalimutan ko.
Mhm.
Visitor status while waiting for spousal sponsorship. Kasi yung spousal sponsorship
Ah,
medyo matagal na rin siya i-process, right? Umaabot ng
okay.
2 years na yata ngayon. Is that something you would advise? Kunyari, willing naman na yung si sponsor spouse na, "O dito ka na maghintay."
Wait, yan ba yung case na ni Tita Agnes?
No, 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 totally different, unrelated.
Different. Okay, well,
Naisip ko lang.
a couple of things. Makikita mo yung processing for spousal sponsorships sa Canada in almost 2 years if you're applying from inside Canada. But in
Oo.
my experience, Manila Visa Office is actually quite fast. We filed a sponsorship sometime in June and nag-turn around na siya itong buwan na to, March. Wala pang isang taon.
Okay, okay.
I mentioned this in a previous episode that we had maybe months ago. Sinabi ko na, yes, like they're trying to tell people na kapag magsaspousal ka, this is a signal na parang mas maganda mag-apply ka from outside kasi mas maayos yung processing times doon. Whereas sa inside Canada, matagal.
Yeah.
So parang if you want to do it, then reset the board, go back home, file from there. And then we'll assess you from there. So may reward, di ba? Siyempre may konting separation pero may reward. Now, in your hypothetical, sabi mo, in process yung spousal. So, I'm assuming outland ito. 'Di
Hmm.
ba? Maghihintay siya sa labas. So, matagal na naghihintay. Pwede ba siya mag-apply ng temporary resident visa to visit Canada? The answer is yes. Pwede siya mag-apply. Ang tanong, pangalawa, ma-approve ba to? Well,
Oo,
mahirap. Kasi nga,
I
may
see.
clear intent to reside in Canada. Pero, actually, the statute or the law specifically allows dual intent. So, you should raise that. Pero while
Oo.
raising dual intent, what people keep forgetting is you still need to provide evidence to convince the officer that if your spousal is not approved, that you will abide by the terms of your temporary resident visa. In other words, you will leave.
Oh,
Pero kasi kung
okay.
pinakita mo na yung baraha mo na, gusto ko magstay permanently, parang lalong humirap yung ano mo, 'di ba, yung mga hadlang na
Mhm.
kailangan mong lampasan para ma-convince mo yung officer na aalis ka nga, 'di ba? So parang naging mas mahirap yung kalbaryo mo. In
Right.
theory, it shouldn't, pero yun nga yung ano, yung pangyayari. Merong isang ano daw factor, I will say, kapag approved in principle na yung iyong spousal sponsorship, approved na in principle, natapos na yung background check, for example, pwede ka mag-apply ng
Yun.
TRV. Yun,
Okay.
malakas ang chance
Mas
nun for
lenient na
approval.
sa iyo yun 'pag gano'n na.
Exactly, yun.
Oo. I think yung
Pero
ano
yung
'no, ay sorry, go
sorry,
ahead.
yeah, one clarification there. Kasi kapag baka ma-excite ang mga tao kapag approved in principle. Pero kasi usually, kapag approved in principle na yung ano, sponsorship, parang ilang linggo or maybe buwan na lang yung hinihintay mo for your visa, your permanent resident visa to come around. So
I
parang ang tanong dito, worth it pa ba mag-TRV at that point?
Right.
Parang hindi na.
Oo. Yung longer processing time from inside Canada 'no, I would assume it's because
Yes.
ang daming there's more scrutiny, I believe, because a lot of people are suddenly getting married, kasi nga maraming
Suddenly,
gumagamit nito 'no, para makapanatili dito sa kanilang
bakit ba? Matindi ang
state.
pag-ibig, ikaw naman.
'Di ko sinasabi ko lang biglang nagde-decide na agad ano, "Oo, sige magpakasal na tayo."
Or biglang, "Uy,
Biglang
sige na
right now is
mag-live-in
the
na
right
tayo."
time na bigla 'no?
'Di ba? Oh, yeah. No, but you're right, like, it is they are receiving a lot of scrutiny kasi siyempre ang daming desperado. Yun yung
Mhm.
nakikita ng immigration, 'di ba? Kung desperate ka to stay in Canada, baka nga ito yung option na gawin mo. So, sinu-scrutinize lahat ng mga spousal sponsorship. So, if perchance na willing ka naman umuwi, yung depende rin sa visa office pero there's a better waiting period, halimbawa, for your processing from Manila. And I
Right.
think it's actually also good evidence to show to immigration, oh, good boy ako or good girl ako, na umuwi ako kasi no-expire na yung work permit ko, pero may sponsorship ako. So, baka naman bigyan niyo ako ng incentive dito, 'di ba? Parang
Right.
gano'n.
Okay. Alright. Oh, that is it. If you have questions about having a visitor visa, yung status mo, okay, put them down there in the comment section. Thanks so much, Lou, for joining me. Alam mo, medyo bigla nitong episode namin, ano? Thanks, Lou.
Oo,
Okay,
happy.
we'll end this episode here. Bye!
Bye.